handing over 586,000 square miles of pristine, resource-rich land for just 2 cents an acre. That was not just a mistake, it was one of the most humiliating financial blunders in human history. In 1867, Tsar Alexander II believed he was making a brilliant strategic move, a calculated retreat to save his empire. But in reality, pressure was closing in from every direction: war debt, fear, and deep paranoia. One desperate signature on a quiet piece of paper didn't just solve a problem, it silently destroyed Russia's future and handed a multi-billion-dollar jackpot to its greatest rival, the United States. And if you're fascinated by hidden traps like this, where a single decision can change the fate of entire nations, make sure you subscribe and stay with us, because what you're about to hear is far more shocking than it seems. Because the real question is this: how does a powerful empire willingly sell a frozen superpower asset for almost nothing just to escape a short-term crisis? Here's the reality. Russia wasn't foolish, they were desperate. After the catastrophic Crimean War, the empire was drowning in debt, the treasury was nearly empty, and the government owed massive sums to European bankers. To make matters worse, the Tsar saw something even more terrifying. If the British Empire attacked from neighboring Canada, Russia had absolutely no military power to defend Alaska. They weren't just afraid of losing the land, they were afraid of losing it for nothing. To the royal court in St. Petersburg, Alaska looked like a useless, frozen wasteland, endless ice, violent storms, and wild, untamed wilderness. A distant land, expensive to maintain, impossible to protect. So the Tsar gave in to his fear. In complete secrecy, he rushed the deal. No hesitation, no second thoughts. For just $7.2 million, the entire territory was sold to the United States. Panic solved, cash secured, problem gone. Or so they believed. In 1896, gold was discovered. Suddenly, the frozen wasteland exploded with life, wealth, and opportunity. Men flooded into the region, chasing fortunes buried beneath the ice. But that was only the beginning. In the 20th century, something even more valuable was found: oil. Massive reserves of oil and natural gas worth trillions of dollars. The land once seen as worthless became one of the richest regions on Earth. And during the Cold War, Alaska became something even more dangerous: a strategic military fortress. American fighter jets, radar systems, and defense networks positioned directly at Russia's doorstep. The land they feared losing became the weapon used to contain them. In the end, the Tsar didn't just sell land, he traded away the future, all to escape a temporary crisis, and in doing so, left his nation with a mistake that would echo for centuries. The Alaska deal proves one thing: short-term fear will always blind you to long-term wealth. It turns your greatest asset into your rival's greatest weapon. But this wasn't history's biggest mistake, because somewhere else, a nation spent billions building the strongest defense in history, only to watch their enemy simply drive around it. Think about that.